Alright, hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Noble, and today we're going to be doing an updated version of the Galaxy Eyes Photon deck profile. So this is one I've been really excited about getting into for some time now. I didn't pull any Afterglow Dragon, so I had to order them. Had to wait for them to get in the mail. All this weather really just didn't help with that. But we do finally have them, so I'm super excited to go over this deck profile with you guys. The Galaxy Eyes is one of my favorite road decks of all time. I just genuinely enjoy the crap out of playing with this. Every time there's like a road deck matchup, like 8 out of 10 times I'm reaching for the Galaxy Eyes Photon deck. I just really love it, and Afterglow really brings a lot of things to the table and helps out the deck in a really great way. This card is really awesome. We'll get into what it does very shortly, but yeah, guys, before we jump into this, I just want to mention, if you haven't already done so, now's a great time to subscribe, hit the bell so you become part of the notification team, hit the like button, and let's jump right on into this deck profile. Alrighty, so to start us off, we're playing triple of the Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. So this card looks absolutely sexy. This is just an absolutely beautiful card. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So what this thing does is, if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Alright, that's awesome. Just off the bat, that's awesome. If this card is detached from an Exceed monster to activate that monster's effect, you can take one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or deck and either special summon it or attach it to an Exceed monster you control as material. Then, if you activate this effect during the battle phase, double the attack of all number Exceed monsters you control. You can only use each effect of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon once per turn. So this card does a lot. So it really helps with the consistency of this deck. Just being able to get a free level 8 summon onto the board, and the fact that it has Galaxy Eyes in its name opens up a whole new avenue of possibilities. But then on top of that, the secondary effect to where if it's detached from an Exceed monster, to activate its effect, you can literally bring out another Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or deck. Just being able to special summon from the deck is one of the most powerful effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you can attach it to an Exceed monster and replenish some material, and that is just really phenomenal. This card is absolutely amazing. I really can't stress how great this card is and how like up a step it really bumps this deck. If you like Galaxy Eyes Photon decks, absolutely, if you haven't already, get 3 of this. And it's a little bit pricier, I think, right now. Like, it might have bumped down, but it was like 12. I think it was like 14 when I got it, and I think it went down a few bucks like the day after I got it, of course, but that's fine. It's, in my opinion, if you like this road deck, it is worth it. It is definitely a great investment. So this card is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot stress enough. I really recommend you playing this card at 3. Alright, next up we're playing triple, and I know you didn't see this one coming. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. I'll go over the effects of this card real quickly, but it's like playing Blue Eyes in a Blue Eyes deck, Red Eyes in a Red Eyes deck, Dark Magician deck. You need this card. You need 3 of this card. You can special summon this card from your hand by treating 2 monsters with 2,000 or more attack. You'll like never use that. During either player's battle step, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you can target the monster this card is battling and banish both it and this card. Then any monster banished by this effect returns to the field at the end of the battle phase. If a monster banished by this effect was an Exceed monster, this card gains 500 attack for each material the Exceed monster had when it's banished. Cool. I mean, that's some cool stuff. But you're never going to use these effects. You're literally this thing's going to hit the board. You're going to go into your plays. Like that's what's going to happen. I don't think I've ever used this thing's effects since I've been playing with this deck. It is cool. It's nice to have what it's there, but you're not using this card for the effects. But this is the heart and soul of the deck. I mean, really, with Afterglow Dragon now, it's just everything it does. Next up, we're playing triple Galaxy Knight. This is the most important normal summon of the deck. Galaxy Knight is really great because if you control a Galaxy or Photon or Galaxy monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing, which is really cool. And then you target a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in your graveyard if possible. Regardless, this card loses 1,000 attack. I mean, who cares about that? And then if it does, special summon that target if any face-up defense position. So it's worded a little bit weird, but basically what happens is the card hits the field. You target a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in the graveyard. This card loses 1,000 attack, and then you get a special summon that thing. And then immediately you have 2 level 8 monsters that go into your play. So it's really cool. It's a monster reborn on summon, basically. You're not really caring about the 1,000 attack deficit, because like 9 times out of 10, you're going to be going to your extra deck unless you bring this thing out. You already have a board established, and you want to go for an 2K or something like that. That does happen sometimes. But this card is really cool. It's just a monster reborn on summon, just being able to bring out Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon straight from the graveyard, which is a lot of ways to get in the graveyard anyway. It's just great. Next up, we're playing triple of, and I'm very excited I can say this without like hating myself. We're playing triple Photon Orbital. I'm so excited that this card got reprinted in Legendary Duelist Season 2. I actually ordered the secret rares. Don't have them. I ordered a ton of stuff for decks. I don't have any of them yet. I was hoping to have them by the time, showcase this for you guys, but I don't have it, so it's fine. I have the original Ultra Rares, and I'm cool with that. But this card is like $5 now, and I'm really excited it's accessible to a wider player base because this card really steps the consistency of the deck up, and it's just really needed, and it's way more available now. So what this card does is during the main phase, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster you control, and equip this monster from your hand or field to that target. It gains 500 attack and it cannot be destroyed by battle. That's cool, right? But the secondary effect is what's really good about this card. You can send this equipped card to the graveyard, add one Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of this card. You only use this effect once per turn. So it literally lets you grab whatever you need out of your deck. And it's Photon or Galaxy, so it just doubles the consistency. Because some things just have Photon, some things just have Galaxy. But it is really awesome just being able to help the consistency of this deck. Like I can't explain to you how much I love this deck. I really love it. I'm just so excited that this got a reprint. It's a secret rare too. That's even cooler. Next up, we're playing triple of the Galaxy Soldier. This card is phenomenal. What it does is you can send another light monster from your hand to the graveyard, especially this card from your hand defense position. And then when this card is special summon, you can add a Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. You only use this effect once per turn. But this card is really helpful for just like being able to get bodies on the field and get stuff to your hand. But on top of that, we use this to go into Super Dragon, Nova, and then Infinity as well, which is just a great Omnigate suck up monster. Just added onto all the rest of this stuff. So if I'm breathing heavy, I just ate a hot fudge cake, so that's why I'm like breathing heavy. But yeah, so this card's just really great, and it does help a lot with this deck. I know I should have eaten that. All right, so next up we're playing triple Galaxy Brave. Galaxy Brave is it's pretty straightforward. If this card is in your hand, you can reveal a Photon monster in your hand, special summon this card. If you do, its level becomes the level of that Photon monster. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target a Galaxy monster in your graveyard, and this card's attack and defense become that monster's attack and defense. You will use each effect of Galaxy Brave once per turn. And the really cool thing about this is a lot of times you're just going to have level 8s anyway, so the level isn't going to change, and you're just going to have an extra level 8 body on the field to go into your place. Next up, we are playing triple Photon Vanisher. Photon Vanisher is just a really important card in this deck. It can't be normal summon or set, means first be special summon from your hand. Lava cake. While you control a Photon or Galaxy monster, which you're going to, so it's not going to be a big deal, it cannot attack the turn it is special summon. You can only special summon Photon Vanishers once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Galaxy-sized Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand, and then an exceed monster that was summoned using this card as material. It gains an additional effect that it banishes a monster destroyed by battle with this card, which is cool. But we really use this just to get a body on the field, and then grab a Photon, a Galaxy-sized Photon Dragon from our deck to your hand, because we do really want those in our hand or in the graveyard. I'm running one Photon Thrasher. This one got bumped down to make room for some other things. And I'm fine with it at 1. I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. It kept me normal summon set, must first be special summon from your hand while you control no monsters, and then you control another monster it can't attack, which we don't really care about that. And I'm running the one Galaxy Wizard. This card's really cool. It's just once per turn you can increase this card's level by 4 until the end of this turn, so it can become a level 8 really easily. And then you can tribute this card and add a Galaxy card from your deck to your hand, except a Galaxy Wizard. And it's any Galaxy card, which is really cool. It doesn't have a stipulation. It has to be a monster or a spell or something like that. This is actually it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. Okay, for the spells, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way, and you don't have to play this if you don't have it. I want to go ahead and stress that. You probably already know what I'm talking about, just the way I'm talking about it. But I'm playing double droplets and then also double talents. Again, I don't have 3 of either of these, so I'll pull these. So I'll pull all of this, so I only run 2 and 2 usually. If you have 3 of one of them and you want to run a playset, that's fine. But I actually really like the 2 and 2 ratio. It's actually been pretty great for me. Dropless is just a freaking phenomenal card that can really win you the game. And the same with talents. And these cards are stupid expensive, and I do understand that. Like I said, if you don't have these, you can run Forbidden Chalice instead or something like that. If you have Imperm, you run Imperm. Which I actually do play Imperm in this deck as well. But yeah, if you don't have these guys, you don't have to play them. Do not worry about it. They're definitely substitutes. You can maybe run some more hand traps or something like that. Some hand traps or something like that, because I don't actually run it in the monster lineup in this deck. So if you want to run some like Astral and Lock, something like that, instead of these, you can do that. Effect Ailers, stuff like that. Alright, next up, I'm playing Triple Galaxy Expedition. This card is just, it's so good. What it does is if you control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy Monster, you special summon a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy Monster from your deck in defense position. You can only activate one Galaxy Expedition per turn. So basically, you get a free level 8 monster is what you're going to do, more than likely, and it's just so cool. Again, I always say special summon from the deck is one of the most powerful effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's true. But this spell card just allows you to do it, and you go immediately into your extra deck, because if you already have something on the field, the requirement to activate this card, then you're going to be able to go into your extra deck, go into Soul Flare, or maybe Tachyon if you need to do that, Photon Lord, anything you need to do, and just kind of go off from there. So this card's really great, it helps the consistency so much. Next up, playing Triple Photon Sanctuary. This card's awesome. It's just like a free link summon, basically, because you special summon 2 Photon tokens, the Thunder type Light level 4, attack 2000, defense 0. And you special summon in defense position. These tokens cannot attack or be used as synchro material monsters. That's the only caveat to them. And you can't summon monsters the turn you activate this effect except light monsters, which does lock you into light, but that's not really going to be a big deal. And you can use these tokens as like to tribute summon like a Galaxy Soldier or something like that. So this is really helpful. I'm running 1 Galaxy Trance. You pay 2,000 life points and you target a Photon monster in your graveyard, special summon both it and 1 Galaxy monster from your deck with the same level, both in defense position. And if you do, the monster's attack becomes 2,000. All standard effects are negated. You can only activate 1 Galaxy Trance per turn. You cannot normal or special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except, guess what? Photon or Galaxy monster. So literally, I mean, you already know what you're going to do with the card. You're going to activate it, basically pull something from your graveyard in your deck, and then go into your extra deck play from there. This is a really good card. Kind of wish it was a super rare. Because we run so freaking many level 8s, we're running triple trade-in. It's just, I mean, kind of a no-brainer with this deck. You discard a level 8 monster, draw 2 cards, not even a soft once per turn. And, it's really helpful a lot of times with your Galaxy-sized Photon Dragon, because a lot of times you want that in the graveyard, so you kind of put it where you need it, and you get to dig deeper into your deck, which is really cool. And then I'm running 1 Monster Reborn, and then also 1 Rhoda. Rhoda just really helps with the consistency of the deck, and Monster Reborn is just a great card. And then also, lastly, for the traps, I'm running triple Tachyon Transmigration. I actually forgotten. I almost ran Infinite Permanence in this deck, and then I didn't, because earlier I mentioned I thought I did. But I don't. I actually decided to go with Tachyon Transmigration, kind of stick to the theme more. If you wanted to run Imperm, you could absolutely do that. So why am I running 3 of this? Because Konami was smart, or dumb, however kind of when you think about it. And they named it Tachyon Transmigration instead of Galaxy or Photon. So this card is not searchable. That's why I run it 2. I personally think that running 2, I'm running 3. I personally think running 2 of something like this that you can't really search. It's not really smart. That's why I'm maxing it out at 3. So Tachyon Transmigration, it's a counter trap, and it's really powerful if you don't know what this card does. If you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, negate the activations of your opponent's spell and trap cards and monster effects activated before this card in this chain. And if you do, shuffle the negated cards on the field into the deck. If you control a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, you activate this card from your hand. A lot of times, that's a big reason I'm going into Tachyon if I had this in my hand. This card is freaking phenomenal. So, this thing doesn't even have a once per turn, soft once per turn, anything. If you were to actually have 2 of these in your hand, you had Tachyon on the field, boy, are you set up good. This card really negates everything in the chain, doesn't target, and it shuffles it back into the deck. It doesn't let you get it back into your hand or your graveyard where you get additional resources. It shuffles it back into the deck, makes you have to get it, dig for it again. So this card is really cool. Again, if you don't want to run this, you want to run Imperm or something else, that's fine. You could totally do that. I just really like this card a lot, so I'm maxing it out at 3. So that's actually it for the main deck, guys. Let's get on into the extra deck. For the extra deck, I'm starting off with 1 AA Zeus Sky Thunder. Of course, I'm just really playing this because I have so many Exceed monsters in this deck, and this card it's just a win condition card, especially in a deck like this. Running 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This card is just really great. It's 2 level 8 monsters. If this card is a Photon card as material, it can't be destroyed by card effects, which is awesome because most of the time it will have a Photon card as material. And you can only use each of the following effects of Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord once per turn. When an opponent's monster effect is activated, You can detach one material from this card, negate that monster's effect, and then if they detach this card with a Galaxy card, destroy it, which is really cool. And then during the opponent's turn, quick effect, you can take one Photon or Galaxy card from your deck and either add it to your hand or attach it to this card as material, which is really cool, being able to just basically has the monster negate and has consistency, or it really replenishes itself, which is awesome. I'm running one Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I really like this card. I really love the ghost ray of this card. It is just phenomenal. This has battle phase stuff, basically once per battle phase at the start of your battle phase. You can detach material from this card, negate the effects of all other face-up monsters currently on the field, doesn't target, which is really cool. Also, their attack and defense become their original attack and defense, and if you do any of these during the battle phase this turn, each time an opponent's card effect resolves, this card gains a 1,000 attack in this battle phase. Also, it can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. And on top of being able to activate Tachyon Transmigration from your hand. So I really do like this card a lot. Running one number 38 Hope Harbinger. This has spell negates basically. One Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. One Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. One Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. One Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon. One Starliege Photon Blast Dragon. One Galaxy Eyes, one Starliege Lore Galaxian. Also running one Nova, one Infinity, as well as one Lancelot. And then lastly, I'm running double Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. So that's it for the extra deck. Now, of course, you 100% could play Union Carrier, and that is actually a really good card in this deck. Definitely recommend it. You could also play number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter. I'm just messing. You can't. I just really wanted to put it on camera because it looks so good, and I really hate that I can't throw it in this extra deck. One day. No, I'm kidding. That card's never coming back. But yeah, guys, that's actually it for this deck profile. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is one of my favorite decks ever. Between this and Mech Knight, really, it's just a toss-up between my favorite road decks and Raid Raptors. But I really, really like this deck, and this card is just a freaking cherry on top. This deck is cool. It can really put out a bunch of negates turn one. It's just consistent as crap. It really is, especially with the new Afterglow Dragon. It just really helped the consistency. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like I said earlier, if you're here and you haven't already done so, now's a great time to subscribe. You can hit the bell so you can become part of the notification team so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. You can hear me be out of breath for more hot fudge cakes later. And then on top of all that, give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. It says, hey Noble, like your video, like your content, keep it up, buddy. It's very crucial for a small YouTuber like myself. We're getting very close to the 1 year anniversary of this channel, March 1st, coming up very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you guys. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.